People think building a product is about code and design, but it's really about how everything fits together. Welcome to the Product Lab Conversations. I'm Jason Bax, a product architect and a tech educator. We're here to learn, we're here to build, and we're here to make things that actually work. The lab is open.
Is to look at the data, and today we're talking about data analytics. And we're not going to be following our previous concept where we do a kind of a day in a life storytelling. This time around, I will do a breakdown of what it means to turn raw numbers into decisions. Now, in plain English, no terminologies, no vocabularies. Data analysis is the process of finding the signal in the noise. That's all what data analysis is all about. And most businesses are drowning in that noise. And when I say noise, I mean the raw numbers and tables that you see out there. They have thousands of rows of data, but many of us don't understand they don't even know what any of it means. Most of us don't. To some extent, I also don't know. So the job of the analyst is to look at that mess, the noise, and answer specific questions like what is actually happening here. So it's the difference between saying we had 1,000 visitors and saying we had 1,000 visitors, but 80% of them left because the sign-up form was too long. So you can see that with data, you can be able to identify whatever is going on with a particular business or product. Even in e-commerce, the fastest way you can tell if sales are going up or down is by checking sales data. So, and whenever I look at data, I see things in three different stages. The first one is the collection, which is the foundation, and if you're not tracking the right things from the start, your analysis would definitely go wrong, to just be garbage in, garbage out. And the second one is cleaning. Now, data is almost I had to say that almost twice. Data is almost always messy. Now you have to strip away the errors and the duplicates to be able to find truth. There's always a duplicate in data. And the third one is communication. Now, this is the most important part, and an analyst's job isn't done until they can explain a complex chart to a CEO who has only 2 minutes to listen. So we have to find a way to interpret raw data into decision making. And in this case, you're not just giving them numbers, you're giving them a recommendation. You're trying to identify a problem and trying to determine what is going on around data, even at the level of this AI. I was talking to someone at some point. The person wanted to learn a new technical skill, and we're looking at different skills. Then we got to talk about data analytics, and having looked at data analytics, the person was trying to it's AI era, is data analytics still out there, is it still in vogue? And I had to explain to him that, you see, even all these AI tools, everything are still reliant on data. Even data analytics, data engineering, data scientists, now is even the right time that they would be able to sell a lot. When I say a lot, I mean they would need a lot of. Right now, I'm even thinking of maybe I should start learning data science or machine learning even further beyond the little knowledge that I have. I'm familiar with few data analytics tools, but I want to really go deeper. I can handle SQL as well. Power BI, Tableau, those ones are not really a big deal. They are not a big deal at all. But I really want to go deeper into it, because now is even the perfect time, because the way AI is being built, it's built in a way it would need to learn and continue to improve, and you can't learn and improve without data. So data analytics is a tool, is a skill that will still be out there for a very, very long time. And one of the challenges with data analytics as a Nigerian is most of our startups are not really looking at such skill at the moment. I don't really know what is going on, but I'm trying to make findings about it, because most of the job offers I've been seeing out there, they are not really data related. Like, it's just so rare, but it's just so rare. So I'm trying to figure out, I just don't want to come up with an assumption of what, because we're Nigerians and I don't want to go to that decision. I mean, if you have a product, you have active users using your product, definitely you need data engineers. You definitely would need data engineers. It's just a compulsory thing. But I'm going to personally do my findings about that to fully understand what is going on out there, because data analytics is still one of the skills that would still be needed. Even up till now, with the levels of AI, we still need a lot more software engineers. We still need a lot more product designers. Of course, there are some skills that we would have to drop, but not all those common skills. So AI would take some certain jobs, but some of those jobs would evolve. Now, if you want to move into data analytics, you really don't need a fancy degree. I think we all know that. But if you have a degree, that's a plus. You only need to just learn specific tools. And the first thing is, before going to tools like Excel, which Excel and Google spreadsheets, Google Sheets. Yeah, I think it's called Google Sheets. So before going to all those tools, I would recommend you start with SQL. It's the universal language of databases, and if you don't understand how to talk to data directly, it will seem like a challenge. And if you're starting with Excel and the likes, you might find it difficult to master all other ones. And the best way to go about it is to first start with SQL. SQL is actually one of the best place to start. Then after you've mastered SQL to some certain levels, then you can consider those visualization tools like the Power BI, the Tabler. Well, you can now include Excel into those stages. And then the third stage of it is to now go into understanding business logic, because data is useless if you don't understand how the business makes money. So it's very, very, very important. Then after that, just build a portfolio. Find some public data sets. You can check Kaggle, Kaggle. Is it Kaggle or Kagle? So you can check that. And then you can just Google search Google data set. Google has a public data set. They have different set of data sets. There are some that are about sales, there's some about health, finance, sports, different forms of data that you can be able to play around with, so you can master data analytics well. And if you want to learn more about data, you can check our YouTube channel, Product Lab by Tosin Bax, and you can check with based.com. There are some practice tests there that you can study to master some of your data analytics tool. So that is all about data analytics. See you in the next episode.